So, teaching in Japan, I will never go back. The reason being is because this is a typical morning for me in Japan during the pandemic. We aren't in lockdown, but days are slower, more chill. I wake up, make some gluten-free organic oatmeal, and get to work on my projects because I believe that now is the best time to start a project you've been meaning to start. This entire time, I've been working on ways to deliver my passion and share some creativity and inspiration with the world. I don't know about you, but I've learned more about myself through this quarantine than I have ever before. What a great time to get to know yourself. Okay, so we have these like really white eggplants. What is this? I've never seen a white eggplant before. And then we have like these huge purple ones, these gorgeous ones. These are amazing.
Get it.
What is this? Apple mango? This store is amazing.
I get it.
What is an apple mango?
I don't know. I'm so good at holding everything in my backpack.
Once I stopped caring about other people's judgments of me, my imperfections, physical and mental, once I took more risks, as soon as I focused on me without feeling the limiting belief of being selfish, as we all do, things just started to happen. Earthquake is coming! I don't feel anything.
It's gonna come.
It always goes off when... It always goes off when there's nothing, though. It's weird. Do you feel anything? Why did I leave the opportunity to continue teaching in Japan? Well, it's because it wasn't my purpose. I love teaching. I loved being with my students, and I soon came to realize that I loved teaching, but I didn't love being managed by another school. It limited my creativity and inspiration. It held me back from creating a better environment for my students, and English wasn't ultimately what I loved teaching. And then I realized I could teach something completely different in my own way, with my own classroom, related to the country I loved, and with my skills in social media. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you love it, and you have to find that balance.
Sorry, my dog's making fun of me. It sounded like a baby. She's like a baby. I know. But yeah, do you think it's worthwhile sending kind of...
I'm on 10 minutes break.
Salaryman life.
Talking too much, my voice is gone.
What you eating?
Chocolate. This is pretty good.
So, the camera is so lopsided. I actually found this folder in my room. Lots of little letters from my students and my kids, but I'll show you some things that they gave me because this stuff meant a lot to me and it made me keep going and inspired me more. The kids really enjoyed my classes and loved what I did. So, teaching in Japan, I will never go back. The reason being is because, not because of teaching kids. I love teaching. It comes naturally to me. It's a gift that I have and that I will always cultivate with everything that I do because to teach is part of my purpose. It's part of my life. Living in Japan and teaching, I think, is the most eye-opening experience that you will ever have. So if you've never done it before, highly recommend it because it's something that just changes your perspective on life and on things. And to see a child smile when they learn, or to see an adult grow when you teach them these things, especially when it comes to language. Language is such a great tool to have in life, and to be able to do that is such a gift, and it was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. Some teachers want direction, some teachers want a curriculum handed to them, being told what to do, and how to execute it. And that's okay. There's a lot of people out there that are like that will take a job and, do the best in whatever they're given. I am such a creative, imaginative person, and I couldn't release that. I couldn't let that out. I couldn't cultivate that. I had limits. And the fact that I had limits made me not want to work in a position where I was told how to teach, how to create activities or curriculums. There were set rules I couldn't break. I had other ideas in mind and I couldn't release that creativity. I couldn't do anything to my full potential. My teaching methods and the things that I do mean a lot to me. Ultimately, it's up to the company of what they do, and you don't have much of a say in how things are run, and I just felt limited in my job. Most people, most teachers, come out of this with a new perspective and enjoyed their experience and love what they do. But part of my purpose is to teach, and it wasn't what ultimately I aspired to do with my gift of teaching, if that makes sense. So it wasn't about the kids. It's not like, I hate kids. I don't want to teach anymore. It was more of, I felt like I was in this box and I needed to get out. So doing teaching for, the first 3 years living here, I enjoyed it so much. And, I had good jobs and I had bad jobs. Everybody, has that. Overall, I really loved it, and I experienced a lot, and I grew a lot, and I learned a lot, and it was a very eye-opening experience, and it was exciting. And the fact that I was in such a beautiful country and doing this for these amazing, bright-minded kids was just so rewarding. This little girl has probably grown so much, so I'm just gonna show it. This was from one of my old schools. Her name was Sakurako, and she was so funny and so fluent in English. That's me. I knew that all of these things that I loved and was good at, all of these skills, all of these strengths that I had, could become something more. And the reason why I quit is because I wanted to break free from my limitations and teach something that I was really passionate about. And I love language teaching, but language is not really what is aligned with what I want to do or what I feel I could give back to the world. My purpose had a name, and that name was to inspire. I realized that I liked creating a storytelling type series on my YouTube channel, and I really wanted to share my truths and how I've grown. I wanted to share the negative side of living in Japan that ultimately led me to the positive sides of living in Japan and the positive mindset and the lessons learned. Because oftentimes people sit and complain and get negative about things, but they don't see the lesson in it and they don't see the growth in it. And I wanted to share that part because that's that journey to become resilient, and that's what I want to teach to other people, is to find resilience and to make mistakes and to not be perfect and to cultivate the real you. And that's what I'm passionate about, and it all is thanks to living in this country because I learned a lot. I started implementing those lessons into my Girl Abroad series, especially in the earlier season. It was all about mindset and self-development. And that's honestly what I want to move towards, because I went through a lot in my life. Quitting your job is tough. Your job is what pays your bills, but your work is not your job. Your work is what you do on purpose. Everything that I'm doing is so freaking risky. It's scary. It scares me. You have to turn that fear into excitement, because that's ultimately what's going to move you forward in your life. Can't show the face, but this is me with a student. Got a lot of these pictures, and I'm very grateful for these pictures. I got a lot of gifts and flowers, a lot of super nice letters. Teaching kids is probably the best thing ever. Look at your outfit today.
Summer.
You are ready.
Rainy season is over finally.
Yes. Maybe we should go to the museum first and then find somewhere to eat. The most dangerous risk of all, resulting in regret, is the risk of spending your life not doing what you want on the bet you can buy yourself the freedom to do it later. Most of the time we have regrets surrounding fear, but what is fear really? We see fear as the enemy. We say, it's because of fear, that's what's holding me back. But blame won't get us anywhere. We have 100% control over our actions. Wow, it's pretty. Thisが欲しい。飲みたいよ。ありがとう。
抹茶。
抹茶。This is what they're selling right now. 美味しそう。欲しいよ。いいね。Fear is just that overprotective friend keeping you from possible pain. And fear can protect us, yes, in so many situations, so we should feel grateful to have that. But we need to start to recognize that fear in conjunction to the things we strive for is our true selves trying to escape. It's a feeling of a door opening and our cue to just do it. So women used to be 145 centimeters and men were 155, which is shorter than me, and they put black stuff on their teeth after marriage and to shave their eyebrows after being blessed with the first child. Why? So glad I don't have to do that.
Oh.
The cat has a problem. It looks...
Really big for a cat.
I know. His legs look really deformed.
Yeah.
Look back on your failures, your history, or look at any failures that happened recently. Within our past lies clues to the actions we need to take to move forward. If we don't see our failures as an option for growth, we can't change. And in conjunction to that, we have to realize that not all rules in society are set. These rules in society keep us in line, yes, but they don't define us. We have the power to do what we want to become a better person, whether it's quitting a job, deciding on doing something completely different from what we set out to do, or wearing that neon pink t-shirt you love and everyone else hates. We create our own destiny. We create our reality. Cool. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of the people that run the shops here are like older and they've been here for so long. So they've probably seen so much change in the area.